Check, check. Gain check. Gain check. And it's gained well. Chat is already active today. We'd love to see that. Talon O with the first comment this morning. You don't see his name or his or her name very often. What's up, Talon O? Vinny Diaz, what's up? Happy Friday. Good to see you. What's up, Snidesy? Hello. Sorry for your Buffalo Bills. I think your Sabres won last night. I'm buying stock in the Sabres stake. We gotta talk some puck soon. Maybe we can get you to make a couple of futures bets and start paying a little bit of attention to it. But I'm going to go to a Buffalo Sabres playoff game if they make it, and I'm going to take them to make the playoffs. It's juicy. It's like minus 155, so it's not like a bold pick. Whoa! Speaking of hockey, look at that hat. Come on now.
Yeah, the owner's box guys are gonna like this one.
Oh yeah, they sure fucking are. I knew you had a new hat for every stream. You were on fire lately. Love to see it. What's up, D Mahoney? He remembers the song back in the day. It's Friday then. That's right. Used to jam a new song every day. That was great. What's up, Aloha? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. This music has me dancing at my desk. Yeah, I keep saying it. I got to go back into Soundstripe and tip that guy whose music we found copyright free music.
Good. It's so good.
Yeah, it is really good. My favorite show back on. What's up, Rardo8426? First comment in the YouTube chat. Good to see you, Malcolm. What's up? Got a new pacemaker Wednesday. Got home yesterday and hit the Hornets outright. What a great week this is. That's right. Shout out Steak and the Sunday Steak Special, baby. It comes through the second attempt. The second attempt. You fucking love to see it. First one.
Out of the Panthers.
Oh, yeah. I was not feeling good about that. I told you, I texted you, I took a piss before I went to bed, and I was like, I looked at the stats. It was in the second period, like 9 minutes to go, and they were getting outshot. I think they only had like 8 shots on goal. I'm like, I really wanted to buy into Bobrovsky after losing the fight, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm not getting cute with a saves under or goals allowed or team total. I'm like, just taking the Panthers to win. And I was like, oh, great. They're not playing very well. And then I saw this morning that they locked it up in a shootout. That would have been an electric live sweat. How about them Bruins? Yep. Nikki, if you guys were in the NHL stream, fucking Red Wings blew it. I ended up not playing them. And the Stars, it was never the Stars. It was always the contrarian play on the Jackets there. But the Bruins did come through. Okay, I'm back. I knew the intro would be like 4 minutes. There we go. Just took over. Diesel Service Shop's operation. Been crazy occupied lately. All right, good shit. What's up, Captain Hook? How we doing? These fat bastards in OKC bought out the Walmart acting like we'll be snowed in for 21 days, not 30. Dude, well, Florida's safe. Oh, is that Greg? You ready to roll? I'll bring you up here. What's up, man? Good morning. Good to see you.
What's up?
Check on your microphone.
Yeah, good.
No, not on. It's okay. You can figure it out. Florida's safe. Steak, are you paying attention at all to this snowstorm or not really?
Not much. No, this is usually my favorite time of the year where the beavers of the world are bitching about negative 30 degrees and I'm wearing a t-shirt. This is the time of the year I do love Florida.
Yeah. Cole's Algo Picks rated us with a party of 3. Appreciate you, Cole's Algo. Thank you very much. Oh, now there was a little bit of an echo. No, we're good. We're good. Picks with Deej with a resubscription. Ian with a resubscription, 34 months. Picks with Deej, 19. We have a treasure train going on. I don't know what a treasure train is.
I never get to see the fucking back end. I miss out on all the fun.
I don't know how to let you see the back end, honestly. I think it's only for one viewer.
Okay. I'll deal with it.
But you know what you could probably do? You could pull up Twitch on a screen and
I knew you were going to say that. Somebody has an echo going on right now.
Yeah, I think it's Greg. Greg, try changing.
Really?
Yeah, your microphone's fucked up. Let's get you to restart, and you're lagging a little bit too. We'll get Greg to restart. We'll bring him back up. Figure out the microphone.
Yeah, I just logged into the Twitch, and look what I see. A five sub banger from Boston Sports Talk.
It just happened. Literally just happened. So now you can see it. You can see it in the chat. Boston Sports Store appreciates you. I think I'm burning with a new follow, or I'm sorry, with a subscription. You love to see that. I think I'm burning. Freeze Yancey 25 Talon first chatter this morning. Ebin Bena 1. Greg isn't even talking. How was it him? Well, it's his microphone setting because we didn't have an echo until he got on and he was fucking with his mic, and it doesn't have to be him talking. It's the echo from us on his computer. All right, he's back in. Let's see how.
Is that better?
Yep.
Nicky Gamble's sub bang.
I don't know what a treasure is. There you go.
We got one going, and 5 subs are 35% off. What a deal.
5 subs, 35% off. Treasure Train, trained level 3 achieved. We love that. We got 75 in here nice and early on Twitch. Appreciate you guys rocking and rolling, hanging out. Good morning. We got the whole crew here ready to talk some ball with the NFC Championship weekend. But before we do have to we got to glaze ourselves a little bit on our parlay stake. So nice job on the Charlotte Hornets beating the absolute piss out of the Magic.
Stop. Sorry to cut you off, but Big Curd 5 subs. I can't not mention it.
That's okay. You should mention it. Cole's Algo Pick says, thanks for the gift sub. Coles, we appreciate you with the raid. Thanks a lot. 5 from Big Curd. Thanks, Big Curd. Crezo got one. I've seen Crezo in here quite a bit. Mason Tucker, love that. 35% off 5 gift subs, level 5. Okay, good shit. Yeah, what's up with our Orlando Magic before we get all the way involved?
Oof,
is it bad down there?
Now Franz is having ankle soreness. That sounds like some kind of injury that'll linger, but they're really not good. They're really not good right now at all.
Is there any merit to the Cat trade, or is that just Twitter BS?
Probably Twitter BS. I've seen a lot of random things. They were talking about us getting Trae Young. They were talking about us getting Anthony Davis. Seems to be a team that a lot of people think would make a move. I just don't know why we would. We have the talent, I think.
No, I don't think we're making a move. We already made a move. We just got to figure it out. Total Slayer with 5 more subs. Nasty Masty reached 100 stream streak, by the way.
Holy shit.
I don't think we've seen many 100 stream streaks. That's a lot of fucking streams.
That's a lot.
Goal is 365 streak. Longtime listener, terrible contributor, always on the road, hard to comment. You guys are my morning sports news. Keep it up. Nasty Masty, we appreciate that. You're fucking awesome. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Absolutely love it.
Seriously.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We know we've got a lot of people that are grinding and can't always comment, but at the same time, we got a lot of active chatters as well. When we see the numbers on the back end of what we average for 2 hours, how many people are in here and how many people chat, it's almost the equivalent, which is great. Total Slayer gave out 5. We are now at a level 5 treasure train. Once again, I'm going to assume Hype Train is a treasure train, but it's called treasure because they're giving you bonus or discounts on the sub. So kudos there, Twitch. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to start talking NBA, Greg. I don't know how you're preparing with life without football. Do you think you're going to get into NBA, hockey, college basketball? Or are you going to probably just
college basketball?
College basketball. Yeah. There's you do a good job with the small conferences when that time comes around, which March will be here before we know it. It's already, I think, in the second half of the college basketball season, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, tournament play's got to start soon, or not tournament play, but conference play.
Yeah. Conference play. I think they probably have maybe, I don't know, 12, 13 games remaining. Speaking of, I didn't realize this, but I think they moved a bunch of games up today because of this storm. So there's like college basketball on all day. I have to run out. Steak, you and I are going on Owner's Box after this. I have to run out at 12:45. I got a couple hours of corp shit to do. If you look at the board and you see anything, let me know because I'll happily tail after we cash. Did anybody tail the Sunday steak special last night? Obviously, if you do so, we never tell you to, but you can and do so responsibly. But that was lovely. I think Profit X gave you better odds than I got here in New York. I got like plus 240. I think you got plus 270. So good job there.
Plus 278, dude. Plus 278.
Wild Jabroni says, nice. Yes, sir. Love that. Tons of small teams on back-to-back because of the storm. Oh, gotcha. Steak is now the official fake NHL sharp of the show. Yeah, that's true. How do you think I gifted 5 subs? Oh, well, now it all makes sense.
There you go.
We start a fucking parlay. We hit the parlay. The chat comes in and starts giving out subs left and right. You got to absolutely love it. Why have we not been doing this longer? By the way, rocking the old Degenerate hoodie. Love it. Little vintage. Greg, I thought you had it for a second, but you have a hoodie that says New York, don't you? Yeah. Proud of your city.
It's from the New York Marathon.
Did you? Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Did you? Are you hunkering down? I know you're not really anyone who pays attention to weather. I saw your stupid fucking tweet at the Eagles game that you finally are starting to believe in wind chill. That's great. Are you preparing for this storm hitting?
We did a grocery store order a day earlier, but who knows? Okay. I do think we're so due for a big snowstorm. Like we haven't had a big blizzard in a while.
No, the last time we got one, I was talking about on the stream a couple days ago about when I shoveled snow. And I know I don't know if you had a car.
Where'd you shovel snow? Did you have to dig your car out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought
shoveling snow.
What are you talking about?
Shoveling snow is like a driveway.
Yeah, but dude, shoveling snow around your car still sucks.
Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't, but when I think shoveling snow, I think your driveway.
Yeah, I don't have a driveway.
That's what I was asking.
What would you say?
The car out.
You would just say digging your car out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, fine, fair. I'll give you that one. So I dug my car out. I took the fucking shovel. I thought I was going to be out there for like 20, 30 minutes. I think I was out there for about an hour and 45. We're supposed to get 16 inches on Sunday. Did you know that?
I heard 13, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
who knows though? Who knows?
I know. They could be off. My wife always thinks they blow the shit out of proportion. It's going to be overhyped. It's going to be a dud. But apparently,
we haven't had a bad winter in a while, and we're getting hit with a bad winter. We haven't had a bad snowstorm in a while. I think we're going to get crushed.
I think so too. Texas is getting hit hard. Dallas is getting hit hard. Steak, you got family in Dallas.
They're gone. They're gone.
Oh, okay. They're they moved?
Yeah, Georgia, where it's also snowing somewhere that it does not snow very often.
Atlanta.
I feel like you guys this is like the equivalent of a hurricane for Florida.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Atlanta, Tennessee, Texas, the big thing is ice. It's going to be like an inch and a half of ice, which you can't drive if the roads are all ice.
Also, they're just not prepared to get rid of it. I feel like New York, it comes and it's gone pretty quickly.
Steak, when you and I went to the national championship last year, we were in Atlanta, and I was there the day that it snowed. Greg, did I tell you this? Because you have family in or around Atlanta, right?
Yeah, they're actually flying up this weekend, so they're worried about getting back because they're flying New York to Atlanta on Sunday, which is going to be a mess.
Well, if you go to the Fake Sharps TikTok page, there is a video there with about 6 million views, and it was me checking in for my flight from Atlanta to go back to New York when it snowed, and there was one TSA agent. There's about 25 podiums, and this is not actually dogging TSA. This is just real life shit. Apparently, the schools got canceled because there was snow. And when I say there was snow, I mean there was maybe 2 inches.
Atlanta takes 2 inches to shut down. Yeah,
correct. And a lot of the people that work TSA have kids, and if your kid's school get canceled, you can't leave them at home by themselves when you go to work. So the agents just said, "Well, fuck it, I got to stay home with my kid." So it took me, and I am not exaggerating, 4 hours to stand in line for security. I'm not exaggerating. The video's out there. Everybody was missing their flight. Everybody was, calling Delta, whatever. I had initially a 10:30 a.m. flight. I ended up getting on a 2:45 or something. It was absolutely pandemonium. And the craziest part is I woke up to go to the airport at 6:37. I was like, let me get there a little early. Try to call an Uber. Nothing. No Ubers because nobody could drive. I jumped in one with a Notre Dame couple that was going in an SUV. I was like, I'm so sorry to do this, but I think you got the last Uber out. Sounds like bring your kid to work day to me.
Dude.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't have a daycare on site.
I was going to say, you got to get them. If that kid's over 5 years old, it could check if I got something in my bag.
The worst part getting to TSA, every single person who doesn't know how to get through I will say this, and that was my first time flying in or out of the Atlanta airport. Apparently Atlanta is notorious for being a nightmare to go in and out of.
Remember the Natty?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, but
you paying attention?
I didn't think the Natty was. Oh no, I flew out a different day than you. Never mind.
Yeah. Right. No, it was awful.
Yeah.
I don't know what -35 feels like. I can't even remotely. I can't even pretend to think I know what that feels like.
Want to hear my closest experience?
Yes, please.
One time I went to a Minnesota Vikings game against the New York Jets, and it was when the Vikings played at the College Stadium, so it was outdoors, and it was December, and it was -12. And now that might not be a lot for someone listening, but for a guy who grew up in a beach town in Florida and never left Florida, I thought I was going to die.
-12 is rough.
I don't know why you even have to say that might not be a lot for some people, dude. -12 is brutal.
It was absolutely brutal.
Negative anything is brutal.
And it went to
overtime. See
overtime.
the Vikings play the Jets outdoors in -12.
It went to overtime, Greg. There was extra game.
Greg, I can't tell you how many awful games Jake has just gone to because he used to love just going to NFL games. Flying up for that Jets Chargers game was absolutely insane.
Remember the quarterback?
No, can you remind me? No.
Greg McElroy.
Could you imagine flying to New York to watch Greg McElroy play quarterback? I think you also went.
You're insane.
Didn't you go to a Vikings Jags game when Blaine Gabbert was the quarterback?
Blaine Gabbert, and who was that stud receiver they got that was a giant bust?
Oh, the guy from Oklahoma
Blackman.
State, Blackman.
Yep.
Justin
was who it
Blackman.
was.
Who was the
That was my
quarterback for the
first ever
Vikings?
Vikings game.
What was that?
That was my first ever Vikings game.
Who was the quarterback for the Vikings then? Was it Ponder?
Think so.
I will give you this. I think it's right when the new stadium opened.
No, it wasn't. The new stadium opened. I went for the first game ever. It was against the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. We had Sam Bradford and we won.
Oh, I remember. Is that when Rodgers got hurt when he broke his collarbone?
Not in this game, no.
No. Yeah.
Was the Vikings old stadium outdoors?
No.
I forget what it was called. It was called something. Metrodome? That sound right? Yeah, with like Dante Culpepper. I heard an interesting conversation yesterday on VSiN. They were talking about because we'll talk about Broncos in the backup quarterback and everybody treating Jared Stidham like he's fucking a starting quarterback. But anyways,
a lot of love.
People started talking about the Vikings, and because they had Randy Moss, who was like the best weapon, one of the best weapons of all time, people were asking if Dante Culpepper was even that good of a quarterback, because apparently, I think when Gus Frerotte got in there, he had like 5 touchdown passes in one game, and he was pretty good. And then when Dante Culpepper left the Vikings, he was terrible with the Dolphins.
I don't think anybody thinks Dante Culpepper is that good of a quarterback.
So that's interesting to me. And we don't have to make this a big topic, but when people were I always thought Dante Culpepper was thought of as a good quarterback. Not like an elite quarterback, nowhere near like
sure, but nothing more than that.
He was really fun for a few years.
Fun for sure.
I thought he was fun, but this conversation was pretty interesting. It was like, oh, actually, Dante Culpepper was not very good. He just had Randy Moss, and I think he even had Chris Carter. For years.
He did have Chris Carter, but then you got to say that about Joe Burrow.
Ooh, I didn't really think about that. Yeah, because, well, Browning got in there and won a couple games, and then Flacco went in there and balled. Yeah, jury's out on Joe Burrow. He was decent for sure. Turns out an inflatable roof in a state that gets lots of snow isn't the best combo. Yeah, RIP to the Tropicana. Brandon Whedon and Justin Blackman, a hell of a fucking duo. All right, it is 10:20. We wanted to shoot the shit here, and while we do that, while we're letting more people come in, I saw something today, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it. It's two things related to the NFL and coaching. So I think we could chat about this for maybe another 10 minutes, let people fill on in, and then we'll start talking about these games because I don't really want to go backwards. Greg, this has to do with your Pittsburgh Steelers. Did you see the rumor of who they might consider an interview with?
McCarthy?
No, not McCarthy.
Even funnier.
Bad guess.
No, I haven't. Tell me.
Mario Cristobal. That's interesting, right?
Yeah, that's tough.
So, Steak, are you about to say something? Go ahead.
No, I was. Yeah.
I actually wonder. I'm not a Cristobal guy. I mean, I faded Miami directly on the season wins, mostly because of him, even though I bet them in the national championship. I actually can see him being a decent NFL head coach. You think that's? Do you think that's a horrible take?
I don't like taking the risk on it.
Yeah, I think there's guys that when you see them, you're like, okay, this dude is like just a college football head coach. Like no NFL team is gonna interview Kenny Dillingham. You know what I mean? But Mario Cristobal, to me, I've always thought is like, does he seem like a college athlete players coach? He doesn't really seem like a guy that I would.
He doesn't seem like either though.
So he's actually like kind of disciplined. He seems a little structured, but also those are all the things that sometimes I think backfires for a college program. Like Al Golden, for example. I know you guys don't know this. I know this because Drew was a Miami fan. You told me about this. When Al Golden was the coach of the Miami Hurricanes, he wore like a long sleeve dress shirt and a tie.
White shirt and an orange tie, yeah.
And he had a binder. It was like hundreds of pages, and it was called like the binder of success that he would hand out to players. It's like, dude, fucking,
you lost me.
Yeah. Like Pete Carroll is not doing that. Pete Carroll's like, hey man, have fun fucking going to the beach, hanging out, come play football. Just don't get in trouble. Like, we're all good. Al Golden's like too serious, but I could see Al Golden being a more fit for the NFL. I'm not saying Cristobal is doing that, but I kind of could see him working in an NFL team. Steak, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't think that I could think of one guy coaching at any level, at any sport, that should stay put exactly where they are more than Mario Cristobal. Mario Cristobal would be absolutely R-worded to leave the university.
Yeah.
I mean, he really would be, man. He's got it absolutely made. He just had a amazing season where they made the national championship. No one thought that was possible, and he's just got it made. You get Cam Ward, and then when you're done with Cam Ward, you have the money to pay Carson Beck, and when you're done with Carson Beck, you have the money to pay Darian Mensah, and you're going to get an NFL-like defensive line with 5-star recruits. I don't know what to tell you. Mario Cristobal should stay exactly where he is, and I definitely think he's going to stay exactly where he is.
I think he is too. Greg, do you have any thoughts about who you'd want to coach the Steelers? There's not a lot of names out there.
Honestly, the Shohas, the guy from the Rams, would probably be my top pick.
Oh, the
he's like their passing game
coordinator. Yeah,
I like him more than Shula. I like rolling the dice on a guy. I think you absolutely need an offensive guy in today's NFL. So we'll see.
Mike McDonald looking pretty good, but I understand what you're saying. There is no
Clint Kubiak. I would be very interested. Obviously everyone would be. The one reason I think the Steelers could have an advantage with him is they're patient. Like the Giants already jumped on Harbaugh. Like a lot of teams already made their move. And Kubiak, you might just have to wait a little bit until the Seahawks are done to get a realistic shake at it. I think if McCarthy's there, it's a bridge coach. Bring him in for 2 or 3 years, and that wouldn't surprise me. But we'll see, man. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. I feel like it makes too much sense for them to get another long-term guy, and it could just be a 2 to 3 year bridge coach.
Yeah.
Whoever's coming in is coming in a bad situation for a quarterback.
Imagine if they keep Aaron Rodgers one more year and then they have Mike McCarthy.
Dude.
What's their relationship's not great, right?
I wouldn't think so.
But I haven't heard anything. Like obviously Rodgers left with LaFleur, so you don't really know what that background was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's also crazy to me if you're the Steelers to bring in an Aaron Rodgers guy. If Aaron Rodgers has that's a big stretch to get one more year out of him right now.
I agree. Yeah.
He should retire. God.
He should.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. Just go out. Just go out like, I'm not going to say on top, but don't tarnish your reputation.
You came back from the Jets. You had a good run. You got to the playoffs. There were some fun wins. Statistically, it wasn't bad at all.
You won the AFC North, dude. In
Yeah,
your first year. That's fucking crazy.
You went into a division at 41 years old and you beat Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. That's the only story I'd tell if I was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it's crazy in terms of what their options. They have no options for quarterback.
Yeah, that's the real problem. And they don't even have a high. I mean, there's guys to draft in this draft, but like they don't have a high draft pick. So you're really hoping you get like a Tyler Shook type player. And I mean, I've said it. I think Carson Beck could be the Tyler Shook of this draft. I don't really know who else there is out there, but McCarthy is from Pittsburgh. Wow.
Yeah, he's a Pittsburgh guy.
I don't know why.
Seems like it, to be honest.
Seems so much like it. Now that makes perfect sense. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about, by the way, chat, while you're here, we are just shooting the shit for a little bit. Obviously, there's just 2 football games on this weekend. We want to dive all the way in, but it's nice open banter for topics. So if you have anything, send it our way. We appreciate it. The other thing that I wanted to bring by your guys' attention is, have you seen that Mike McDaniel, who apparently took the offensive coordinator job with the Chargers, is also still interviewing for, I believe, is it the Browns or the Bills head coaching job? The Bills head coaching job.
He took the job under the pretense that he would accept the head coaching job.
Flores did the same thing, right?
Oh.
Yes, Flores did the same thing.
So it's like I'd be great for them. I locked it up, but he'd be a tough guy for the Bills.
That'd be a real tough pill to swallow with everything you got going on right now with the Bills front office. If they bring in Mike McDaniel, that would just be incredible.
Well, shoot him up. Could not agree more. If Mike McDaniel is going to be a head coach, he has to be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. That is it. I'm sorry, but going to Cleveland, going to Baltimore, this guy is not a cold climate, rough blue-collar city head coach. He's so far from that. I'm sorry.
LA offensive coordinator spot's perfect.
Oh, it's so perfect for him. But there is a real thing as a culture fit. And I'm not saying I'm 100% on my matchmaking, but like No, Mike McDaniel being a head coach of any of these teams makes no sense. I totally agree. But the fact that the Buffalo Bills would potentially hire him after being fired by the Dolphins is an underlying problem in the NFL that I tweeted about yesterday with the Falcons. And Steak, we didn't stream yesterday, so we didn't really talk about this. The Bucs hired Zach Robinson, offensive coordinator from the Atlanta Falcons. And I tweeted, and it's so funny because some of the comments are hilarious. They're like, damn, I totally forgot the Bucs hired Mike Smith. I can't stand hiring rejects fired from teams within your division. Like, a guy clearly wasn't good enough at his job. The Bucs hired Dirk Cutter and Mike Smith. That's what they did at one point, and actually thought that was going to work. What a fucking joke.
You saw I'm sure you saw this, but the Bucs got the Steelers special teams guy.
No, I didn't
Danny
see
Smith,
that.
the guy with the wad of gum.
Really?
Yeah, that's awesome for Tampa.
Oh my God, our special teams were terrible.
They're terrible. Yeah, he's a great get because he's just, I'm going to stay in my lane of special teams. But I think he's been the Steelers for like 13 years.
Yeah, I love that. Actually, that's a really good hire. Thank you. I didn't know that. Yeah, Steak. While I pull this tweet up, what are your thoughts on Zach Robinson being the offensive coordinator?
Well, I think we're very much on the same page with how we feel about hiring guys that were rejects at their exact positions. Not even within the division. I just think it's an awful idea, but I do think that division adds another tier of awfulness. It's why I really like the Jesse Minter hire, and it's why I don't hate what Greg said about getting the guy from the Rams. Like, let's give a guy a shot. I'd rather give a guy a shot than hire a reject. To be honest, if I was the Bills at this point, and you can shit on me for this take all you want, feels like Joe Brady being the head coach might be the only option left that makes any sense. And bring in Dable to be OC. I can't think of anything else that's going to work out for the Bills, but Mike McDaniel is such a horrible, horrible option for them.
What is the Jesse Minter hire?
He's the Ravens.
For the head coach?
Yes.
Did I miss that? Was that yesterday?
It happened yesterday.
Oh, I totally missed that one. Wow. Okay. I don't hate that. Yeah, I'm going through these comments, by the way, from the tweet that I tweeted. And you'd be really surprised. A lot of people are pushing back saying that he's actually a good coordinator. He didn't have a quarterback.
They do this, man. This is what, if you have an argument, like if you say Jalen Hurts sucks, somebody's going to tell you that it's Kevin Patullo, right?
Yeah.
If you shit on Kevin Patullo, someone's going to tell you that Jalen Hurts sucks. You get what I'm saying? It's always going to be like
Patullo is actually very bad, though.
No, I agree. 100%.
Jalen Hurts has a Super Bowl MVP under his belt.
For sure. I think they both suck, to be completely honest. I think Patullo and Jalen Hurts sucks. I really do. But that's not the conversation to have. But if an offensive coordinator performed horribly, I'm not giving him an excuse because of who was the quarterback, or I just don't care.
Sorry, I have a tweet about Pardon My Take episode that's blowing up right now. I just want to respond to one of the comments. This one's going nuclear while we're talking topics here. Does anybody listen to Pardon My Take? Because there was one of the worst exchanges in the history of the podcast.
You know I do.
Yeah, and we talk about it. I mean, we're not the biggest Barstool guys anymore. I still like Barstool. I'm not a hater. I have tried to watch the Wake Up Barstool show in the morning. I don't think it's very good, but it's also still kind of young. Oh, they're talking right now. I have it on. Ravens hired Jesse Minter, replaced Harbaugh. I don't know if anyone listened to the episode this morning, but I put a tweet out there and it's catching fire. I said, I like Pardon My Take, but Hank talking about the Patriots Broncos game might be the worst 10 minutes in the history of the podcast. It was really, really bad. And
fill me in a little bit. Was he all over the Patriots?
Well, it's not even that he's all over the Patriots. I don't mind guys who are fans of their team, that are confident in their team. It's just that the guys on Pardon My Take are just not really good fans. And Hank is probably like the luckiest guy on the planet in sports media. I mean, he's a total moron, and he just kind of like faked it until he made it. But I really do actually like him. And I think because they're all lovable idiots, like he kind of works. But they do this thing where they go to the people on like the crew and talk about, oh, memes, talk to us about the Jets. It's terrible. Hank, talk to us about the Patriots. It's terrible. Like, even PFT is not that great talking about the Commanders. And the one guy that knows his shit is Big Cat. And then you got the whole fucking thing about him being a Patriots fan until he was 18 years old. So like even that kind of diluted it. But Hank talking about the Patriots, he didn't even know who the defensive coordinator was. He doesn't even really know what's going on with the team.
Who is their defensive coordinator?
I couldn't even fucking tell you.
Okay.
But Zach Kerr, I think they ended up saying, but it was just a really, really brutal listen. And he doesn't really even know what to say, what he likes, what he doesn't like. He's just like, yeah, Patriots, like, Tom Brady, and now Drake May's the new Tom Brady, and we're gonna win the Super Bowl. We're gonna have a parade. But it was really, really bad.
I want to be clear about Hank. Hank doesn't know ball.
No.
Big Cat and PFT know ball. And what you said about Hank is true. He's lucky because he's had all this time to become a ball knower, and he knows absolutely no ball. And this guy gets to go on championship floats and parades in Boston because he's that big of a Celtics Patriots fan, and he doesn't learn any ball. Like, he is disappointing. I'd be honest, like, Hank is disappointing to listen to talk about sports because the opportunity he's been given is actually insane. But I have nothing negative to say about how Big Cat and PFT talk about their teams. I actually think they're hilarious and great talking about their teams. Hank stinks. He shouldn't talk. That's
Unk is good at impressions. I actually am sneakily pretty good at impressions, which is kind of hilarious. I've never really even thought of that or lean into it, but anytime I do an impression of somebody, everyone's always kind of impressed. This guy had a comment to my tweet, which I think is pretty good. Like, when I'm listening to things throughout the week, I check who the guest is for Pardon My Take. I'll listen to a few, 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm good on it for a 2-hour podcast. But this guy commented and he said, I honestly can't believe grown men listen to PMT. Might be the most brain rot podcast out there. Big Cat is the biggest phony, pseudo intellectual. PFT is clever, but not at length. Pseudo. I think I said pseudo, by the way.
Sounds like a guy who listens to Pardon My Take.
Hank is a loser stoner retard. And the collective IQ is worth much less than anything you could be consuming.
That guy honestly to the show.
Yeah, but not a bad take. He's not totally far off. I don't know a Jeff Saturday impression. Speaking of, I don't really have a good Jeff Saturday impression.
That'd be a tough one to do.
Yeah, Hank is the worst. No one is less deserving to enjoy the best sports fandom. I think Max is the best on the podcast when it comes to being a fan.
Absolutely.
He's an actual genuine Philly
perfect
fan.
Philly guy.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, Messon FPS, thank you for the new follow. Shamway had a stream streak, as well as Real Nicky Gambles. Also, the YouTube crowd is up. They are moving. We had 60 people in here. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the page. We appreciate you. And everybody in here on Twitch that's subscribed, we appreciate you as well. All right. Anything else that that's worth touching on or talking about? The Buffalo Bills Keon Coleman thing. I don't know. Did we really get to talk about that? Maybe not. Now
it's just funny because Keon Coleman's still on the team.
Yeah.
Whatever confidence he had is going to be wrecked.
Did we talk about the Bills or did we not talk about the Bills, their press conference?
I mean, we talk about the Bills a lot. I don't believe we actually talked about the press conference. We have obviously talked about the Bills a lot. I mean, it's obviously a complete joke shit show now. I don't know what else to say. Like, there's obviously so many.
I love them next year. I do. I'll say it. I absolutely love them.
You don't even know who their coach is going to be. You don't care?
Don't care. I think
they better get a receiver.
Ended. I was thinking about it last night. I want to see who they hire, but I'm 99% sure as we sit here right now, I'll bet the Bills to win the Super Bowl next year.
Oh God,
I just think the way the season ended, you're building a new stadium next year. You finally got rid of McDermott, who can't get over that hump. You can just get a new guy, new vibes. I truly think the way that Josh Allen brought to tears, the team just thought this was their year. And now they're going to have the next couple months to be absolutely dead and revel in it. And I think they bounce back big.
Okay, hold on. Wait, this is good. ATV 1 of 1. We should actually touch on this, but I did not listen to the full 4 minutes rant by Josh Pate. Steak, I don't know if you did. Greg is the biggest college football guy. However, he had a take that went mega viral. A lot of people agreed with it. A lot of people didn't disagree with it.
Is this moving everything up a week?
It's like it has something to do with that. Did you guys see the new college football calendar proposal? I think it was awesome. Can anybody put that in the chat, like in text of what it is, and then we'll touch on it? Until then, Snidesy, you did for like 2 seconds yesterday. Not much though. All right, I think we do have to talk about this for a second. That Buffalo Bills press conference was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen in professional sports. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend going to watch it. The owner and the GM, Brandon Beane, were at the podium. Brandon Beane is the general manager of the Buffalo Bills, and I think it is kind of agreed upon from a lot of sports fans. He's not very good at his job. I heard a stat that out of 59 guys that Brandon Beane has drafted, aside from Josh Allen, 2 of them have made the Pro Bowl. James Cook and Dawson Knox. It's absolutely insane. It's very clear he has failed in getting him a weapon outside of James Cook. I know you guys, we kind of disagree a little bit on Kincaid. Like, I think Kincaid's a nice player. I don't think he's an elite player.
Didn't they use a first-round draft pick on him?
I think so. I think Knox was second or third round.
That's tough.
Not finding many studs on defense, like a couple here and there, but it's always been their defense that's been a problem. Until this year, it was clearly the lack of weapons in wide receivers. I mean, going into a playoff game with Brandon Cooks and, you know, Terrell Shavers is just absolutely insane. And Keon Coleman, who you just totally whiffed on. But the Buffalo Bills owner, and actually part of my take talked about this, which I agree what they're saying, but I have a different take. Did anybody see this? The Buffalo Bills owner basically leaned into the fact that in that locker room, he saw Josh Allen was like crying, unconsolable, and didn't acknowledge him. And he knew in that moment, like, a change had to be made because of how, like, hard the team took it and how hard Josh Allen took it. I think it's crazy to see Josh Allen do that and think, oh, we have to fire Sean McDermott. And I'm not even saying Sean McDermott being fired is the wrong move. I think that that's a totally fine move. I also just think that if that happens, you have to get rid of the general manager, because don't you think Josh Allen might be crying because the biggest play in the game was a deep ball to Brandon Cooks? Like, Brandon Cooks was on the team for how many weeks before that game? Like, you clearly didn't do enough to support Josh Allen. I don't think Sean McDermott lost that game at all, really. I don't think so either,
but I think it was time to.
He had to go, but Brandon Beane had to go. And instead of firing him, he got promoted. The general manager of the Bills got promoted. He is now the president of football operations. And apparently what people were saying in the chat, I streamed for like 15 minutes yesterday. I think Snidesy, correct me if I'm wrong, or anybody else in here that knows ball, apparently they're like buddies. And that's what we talked about in the NFL is like the owners. You have some good owners. Like I saw the interview with, I think his name is Steve Biscotti, the owner of the Ravens. I loved what he had to say. Like, he was awesome. Like, that's a guy I would love to get a fucking glass of bourbon with and smoke a cigar. I'm not even a cigar guy, but he was awesome. This Pagula guy, this owner of the Buffalo Bills, seems like a total jackass. And so it's very, very clear Brandon Beane's just his buddy, probably a huge yes man. And then when they were talking about Keon Coleman, the owner stepped in and was like, I just want to let everybody know that when it came to Keon Coleman, Brandon Beane wasn't just the one pushing to draft him. The coaching staff wanted to draft him as well. And it was like, this is fucking weird. Like, no owner has ever had to do that before. And then there was a video that came out, some sort of like documentary that shows Brandon Beane raving about, oh, you know, tomorrow morning.
Coleman's our guy,
Yeah. Unless anyone makes a crazy trade, like Keon's our guy. It all was just so bad, so pathetic. And Greg, that's why when I saw that, like, I think there is some real dysfunction with the Buffalo Bills, and I don't want to put my money anywhere near it. I think Josh Allen did all he can do this season. He is who he is. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to turn the ball over, and the Bills don't have enough outside of James Cook. They just don't have enough. I signed a petition to bring back Sean McDermott. That's right. It's got like 50,000 signatures, I think, which is hilarious.
Crazy. That's crazy to be excited about McDermott.
I think the thing with Keon Coleman is one of the worst things I've ever seen from a sports franchise that I can recall. He's 22 years old. And I'm not the biggest Keon Coleman guy. I think we've all, maybe the three of us have made that pretty clear. We're not Keon Coleman guys. We didn't think he was going to be very good. I don't like the dumb guys that give funny interview answers because they're stupid. I don't like Xavier Legette either. They're dumb guys. I'm sorry. I feel like it was kind of obvious that Keon Coleman wasn't going to be good, but you say that about a 22-year-old kid on your roster, you're a loser. And if I'm another 22-year-old kid or a 24-year-old kid, deciding where I want to play would not be for those fucking guys. That's for sure. I just thought that was just the worst, and I think they're the worst, and I think this situation has been handled in the absolute worst way possible.
Oh, stop this. God. Enough shitting on Josh. Why do people get so uncomfortable about criticism for certain players and certain teams?
Yeah, I don't know. We're not going to stop shitting on Josh Allen. He had
You can't stop shitting on Josh Allen, Cool and Fluke.
4 turnovers. He had 4 turnovers. What the fuck are you talking about?
And he missed multiple throws. Missed them. Underthrow with Brandon Cooks.
If that was Lamar Jackson, there would be people in white hoods with pitchforks. I just want you to be clear.
Stop that. Why do you get so uncomfortable at criticizing Josh Allen? We love Josh Allen. We've collectively, between the 5 of us, have bet the Bills to win the Super Bowl and Josh Allen to win the MVP maybe 10 times.
He's great. He's also great. We think
he does. He does. He is a choker. Yes, he is. What's his record in overtime?
Super Bowl. You guys are saying he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time, and he's never been to a Super Bowl. How's he not a choker? They changed overtime rules for the guy because he lost in overtime, and you felt so bad for him. They changed the rules, and he's 0-7 or something.
0-7
games since then. He's a choker. Get over it. Move on with your life. You can't defend the guy anymore. They changed the rules to make it easier for him, and it made it harder for him. What are we doing?
I really like him next year.
You always like him. That's my point. Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't take him last 2 years.
I meant the 3 of us, not the 5 of us. Oh, you didn't take him last 2 years, and he hit one, didn't he? He hit last year.
No, I took him MVP last year, but I haven't bet a Bills future in a couple years.
He had the leading rusher in the NFL this year, and you guys keep saying he has no weapons. The leading rusher in the NFL. You will say whatever. You will say whatever to make an excuse for Josh Allen. Just admit it. Whatever excuse. The leading rusher in the NFL, and you guys can't stop talking about Khalil Shakir. Give it a rest.
All it takes is one wide receiver. All it takes is find that guy in the draft.
But he had Stephon Diggs, but his defense let him down 100%, no doubt about it. But like, we have to just be honest with ourselves. The Bills had multiple opportunities to win that game. Josh Allen failed them. He did. It was not McDermott that failed them. Underthrow to Cooks, missed Dawson Knox to win the game in regulation.
Fumble before the half.
Horrible, careless turnover before halftime. Nobody can do that. The only other person that would do that is Nathan fucking Peterman. You guys, no problem shitting on him. Josh Allen does it. You just overlook it. I don't even care if he had 4 turnovers. That turnover alone was horrible. The Broncos got 3 points from it. Look what the game was decided on. Terrible. Bad. Anyways, we're not getting fired up about Josh Allen anymore. There's no more excuses.
Too late for me. My blood pressure's through the roof.
He deserves all the criticism. I can't stand the fucking Josh Allen safeguarding or whatever word you want to use. That he was bad in the Broncos game is still, yeah, of course, dude. We love Josh Allen. Josh Allen is an incredible quarterback.
You guys won't blame him for the loss. That's what's driving me nuts.
Oh my God, he is just about solely responsible for the loss, in my opinion. But also at the same time, I got to give credit to why do I want to say Peyton? Sean McVay is really throwing me off. I don't know why.
Dude, you got to spell McVay right.
MC
had like 3 tweets on him this week. VAY.
Oh, why didn't you tell me earlier?
I don't know, man. I don't want to be the grammar police on Twitter. I saw it once and I thought it was a typo, and then I saw it twice and I was like, who doesn't know?
DJ loves being the grammar police on Twitter.
Yeah, dude. And
that's
if
why I
dish
want to
it,
be the grammar police.
Listen, I dish it, I can take it. I want you. If I have shit on my face,
I can take it.
Stop that. Stop that. I want it. I want you to tell me when I'm wrong. What the fuck is wrong with that? If you're with somebody and they have something in their teeth, do you tell them?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm saying McVay wrong, spelling McVay wrong,
I just told you.
Yeah, fucking 3 times later, I look like an asshole.
I didn't realize. I thought the first time I thought it was a typo. I didn't realize you were going to keep tripling down on it.
Yes. Okay. Last thing we will talk about, and then we'll get into these games. It's actually timing up perfectly.
He did put your comment in one more time, Cole, if you could, because
wait. I saw it. I'll scroll back. It was a long one, right? Here it is.
Perfect.
Cool. Appreciate you. Okay. Let me read this real quick so everybody can get on board, and then we'll give our thoughts. Start every team on what's currently week 0. Yep. Use 6 random bowl games as college football playoff data points during the conference championship week, effectively having 24 teams in playoffs. And then his plan includes on-campus playoff games in early December, first round on the first Saturday, second round on the second, a neutral site third round, and a New Year's Day national championship game. Okay, hold on. I think the only thing I'm not understanding.
I don't like the New Year's Day national championship game, only because I feel like New Year's Day should be packed with college football.
I would agree with you there. That would be one of my only pushbacks on this. I guess I'm 50-50 on 24 playoff teams because it's like, geez, I'm thinking of the 24th best team in the country this year. And I'm not sure if they deserve a chance to win the Natty, but that's fine.
I mean, it's James Madison.
It's still more football. Yeah, it's James Madison. That's a good point. I'm talking about, who am I talking about?
I don't need, when people say that, when people say that, and you get criticized about it all the time when you try to like push back on things, you get fucking hardos in your comments like, oh, you don't want more football. Oh, your name's a degenerate. You don't want more football. No, dude, I don't want fucking Tulane Ole Miss. I don't want James Madison, Oregon. Sorry. I don't want more fucking football, man. I want better football. And I'd rather take those teams and let them fucking play each other outside of the playoff. I'm sorry. I don't want to see them get their dick kicked in. I don't want to see 34-6 in the first half. No, sorry, Crutch. I understand.
The problem is the bigger they make the tournament, the less real games are going to happen during the regular season.
No.
What I thought, I'll admit this, and this is, you're not going to like this take. I don't think either of you will, but I will admit that I feel this way. I didn't think Texas deserved to be in. I didn't think Vanderbilt deserved to be in. Would I have thought it was cool if they were in because of how captivating it would be to have Arch Manning and Diego Pavia in the playoff?
Yep.
Yes, I do. So I'm like 50-50 because like I think it would be cool to see, but I also don't think they deserved it.
Totally agree with you, Steak. However, if you change the G5 rule, then Texas and Vanderbilt probably would have been in.
I don't know if that's true, man. I think it would have been Notre Dame and BYU probably.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is kind of tough. Yeah, that's hard. I agree with you. I think Texas and Vanderbilt would have been very fun, just to see what they can do. I don't know. I mean, I guess BYU.
Man, I don't disagree with that. That might be the number.
16's not a bad. 24 is overkill. I agree. I think also we have to get rid of conference championship games. They are so pointless.
Yeah, I bet you they're talking about something along the lines of that because the Alabama-Georgia game was like the stupidest thing we've ever watched.
Well, it's just with the way the conferences line up, there's no East and West anymore. Like there's no, I don't know. I feel like the conference championship is kind of a dead week. And it can't really help you.
I have a question. If Ohio State lost to Michigan, right, the week before, and then they lost to Indiana in the Big Ten championship game, would they have made the playoff?
Yeah, they still would have been 2 losses.
They would have been in, right? 100%.
Yeah.
Champs,
probably. Yeah, probably.
It might just be a real pointless game, man.
Especially because you saw Bama lost in the championship game and they still got in.
Yep.
Yeah, I try to make that argument.
So they would have been over Bama.
Right. Do you think, this is my argument for the conference championship game, does anybody care that, like, if you're a Duke fan, that you're the ACC champions? Does anybody care? And hold on, I'll start with that. Here's my next question. When you're watching the college football semifinal of Ole Miss and Miami, do you care if you're a Georgia fan that you're the SEC champion?
No.
You don't.
No, you don't care at all.
Thank you.
Duke, I guess there's something there, but it's like Duke had Darian Mensah, who's now going to go to Miami, and they're suing him. I think they gave him like $6 to $8 million last year. Like, it's just so crazy. Miami just got a guy back that got recruited the same year as Kyle Hamilton, who's been in the NFL for 4 years. It's just crazy.
Hold on. Here is the problem. You say it's huge for Duke's program. The immediate pushback on that is that they had 5 losses. And it really doesn't even give credit to them to winning the ACC. It just talks about how fucking stupid the conference is.
But it is a good moral victory for Duke because they're Duke. But that's the only reason. It's because they're Duke.
But nobody thinks of them as the actual ACC champion. Yeah, everybody thinks of Miami as the best team in the ACC. Right. So it's like, let's go ahead and say it. I don't get to say this word very often. It's a cuck. That's a cuck award for Duke.
A little bit, yeah.
We're a 5 loss. Didn't they lose their bowl game too? Or did they win? Oh, they won, but they didn't cover against Arizona State, right?
Sounds right.
Yeah. The Cuck Fritz champion. Okay. I think it's just about time to get into the playoff games or the NFL Conference Championship games. Would you guys agree, or is there anything else that we should touch on?
No, it's definitely time. That was a lot of shooting the shit. We did good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, keep in mind, we do have only 2 football games. We still have an hour and 8 minutes, technically. Wait, I just got here. Can I get a recap of what I missed? Snowman, no, get fucked. By the way, hilarious. Remember, Steak, I was telling you about Snowman when he was like, oh, DJ doesn't listen to the stream because of the Charlie Becker thing. And I was like, do we know when Snowman goes live and doesn't go live? So because we had a short stream yesterday and there was like 8 hockey games, I told everybody, I said, hey, when I get back home, I'll go live and we'll talk puck. So I went live. We talked puck at like 5:30. 1 minute into the stream, Hovey's like, bang, Snowman going live randomly at 5:30. No, you don't really get that.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
But I already agreed with you. I said Snowman.
I know you already agree with me, but I just, in addition to what we were saying,
Yeah, he was ripping cards at the most random time yesterday. I logged in, saw Snowman was live.
I don't know when you go fucking live, Snowman. You just go live whenever you want to go live. You just go live all the time.
Live
you just
off vibe.
Yeah. You go off vibe, but that's fine. But I need a little bit of like, oh, I know, when to listen. Like I know when to tune it. BTL is live at 12:30. I know 12:30 to 2 o'clock. I know to tune into BTL. If I'm listening to Follow the Money, it's 4 to 7. If I look at my phone, it's like, oh, it's 5:41. I got another hour and I just don't know when you're live. You know what I'm saying? The normal time. Okay. Need another Snowman cooking stream. I got to do a cooking stream here shortly. Anyways, I have one more thing we can talk about. Greg, are you a Trader Joe's guy?
No.
Yeah.
After
Steve,
COVID, the line got insane. It's a little too far, so we're Whole Foods people now.
Yeah.
So my issue is this Trader Joe's in Orlando, which I think you know about, is considered to be the most insane parking lot in the entire city.
Mm-hmm.
And
worse than Hillstone?
Well, it's right by it. You know that.
Oh,
right?
I didn't know that.
And it is worse than Hillstone. Yes, it's really, really bad. So I'd be honest. A lot of things you posted yesterday looked really delicious, and I'd like to hear about them. But now I'm not a Trader Joe's guy.
That's fine. I'm not really a Trader Joe's guy. This is like probably the second time I've been there in the last year. But I did think to myself, it was on my way, like maybe a couple blocks out of the way. I was like, fuck it, let me go. I'm not panic shopping or doomsday shopping for the storm, but what if things are closed for a couple days? I know they're known for like frozen things that are good and different and unique that you can't find anywhere else.
Like Indian food, right?
Yeah. So I went, but like you're in line, like right when you get in there, you're in line.
That's how the one by us is. I can't stand it. You literally are just waiting in line to walk the whole perimeter of the store.
And when you're getting out of line, like you're going down aisles, it's just fucking madness. It's chaos. Not really my thing. I like a little calmness and zen when I go grocery shopping. Not that you can really find that in the city, but anyways, I tried a few things. I posted a video. If anybody gives a shit, you can go look at it, but I'm not going to tell you about every single item. I posted a few things and I tried them. I got some sirloin steak tips or like chunks. Cooked it last night. Fantastic. Quality of the Trader Joe's meat. I was unbelievably impressed. Now, of course, how you season it matters. Greg, I know you're probably you cook the most out of all three of us up here. Steak's been getting in this bag a little bit. I have a new seasoning, spice, whatever you want to call it, I've been getting into. That's kind of a secret ingredient. You ready for this?
Nutmeg? No?
Not fucking nutmeg. No. Nutmeg like you garnish a cocktail with. What do you put nutmeg in?
You can put nutmeg on lamb.
Okay, fair. No. Steak, you want to guess?
Paprika.
Not a bad guess. Onion powder.
Oh, yeah. I use garlic powder.
I use garlic powder too. Put onion powder on it. Anybody in the chat use onion powder? Greg, you don't use onion powder.
No.
Dude.
I just use an onion.
I'm telling you. Yep, that's exactly. Use both. Steak, I was like you. I don't need onion powder. I'm using garlic powder. I've been using both. Oh, that's it. Salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. The steak was phenomenal. The other thing I tried, the spicy cauliflower fried rice. Did you see that one? Steak, I think you watched
Yeah,
the video.
I saw it. And it looked delicious.
Okay, big problem. Sometimes when things say the word spicy, I don't take it seriously. Huge problem. So spicy. Like every bite full of spice. Couldn't eat all of it. I got a bad acid reflux too. Too spicy. The other thing I tried, last thing, and then we'll move on. Those mini peanut butter crackers. Exactly what I thought. As soon as you start, you can eat the whole box. So I had to have my wife lock it up, but I had about 6 of them. They were delicious. So great steak. The spicy cauliflower rice is way too spicy. Excellent peanut butter crackers. Anybody have to take a piss?
Let's go.
Okay. All right. With that, we're going to rock and roll. I saw BK with his smart ass comment over here. Yeah. Hey, BK, it's good to see you. Can we talk about the games? Yep. Hour in. Shout out on the Bobby Mack love. He was supposed to win last week. He's not winning this week. I'm ready to cash it on your fucking head, brother. Steak, you're on Bobby Mack?
Yeah, I took Bobby Mack, but I thought I took Bobby Mack because you weren't taking Bobby Mack.
No, dude. I took Bobby Mack last second. I wasn't going to because I respected BK up here talking to him when he was like, no, Mack's not going to win. He won last week. And when I went to punch my card and I literally said out loud, I said, fuck BK. And then I put $50 on him, 25-1. So anyways, we're riding Bobby Mack. Greg, are you in on anybody?
No.
Get in on Thorb.
I mean, dude, I just see Scotty in there in some of these.
All right, fine.
Especially he's 9 under after the first day.
Fine. Okay, fair enough. This should take 5 minutes for you guys. Pats and Seahawks. Next question. Very funny. Need a big Thor day. Yes, we do. Real quick. Token picks. 29 months. Forgot to sub and fought through 37 minutes of ads. Very funny. Slander with a 20 stream streak. All right, we are rocking and rolling in here on Twitch and YouTube. Let's talk about it. The NFC Championship, AFC Championship games are this weekend, are on Sunday, which I think is the day that we're getting hit with snow. So kind of perfect.
It's perfect.
Yep, kind of
Make it
perfect.
like baked pasta, some kind of stew.
As long as our power doesn't
Sunday.
go out. I mean, knock on wood, although we should be fine. Did he win? I'm asking you if he won. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but shout out 0.86 units yesterday. Thank you, Steak, for the Sunday Steak special. Let's go to Pickett. Download Pickett. Look at this. Look at this golf tracking. Absolutely love it. Live numbers here in the sports.
What's Scotty live?
Scotty live is plus 210. Yeah, Bobby Mack, 1450. Hold on, let's see what Thor is. Winner. Michael Thorpe Johnson. 78-1. That's value, Greg. Absolute value. All right. NFL. Where the fuck is the NFL? It's all the way over here. First game, 3:00 Sunday, January 25th. The New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. Thor's dead. Shut up, idiot. Here are the betting splits. 2 million wagered on this game as of right now, Friday morning. A lot of bets and money on the Patriots to win the game. A lot of bets and money on the Patriots. Well, about even bets and money on the Patriots on the spread. I'm going to set the stage for you, and then I'm going to go take a piss while we hand it off. Game open. I believe Denver was a 3.5-point favorite. Bo Nix breaks his ankle. He's out. Stidham's in. I believe that switched it a full about 7 points, and it went from 3.5-point favorites for the Broncos to 3.5-point favorites to the Patriots. The Patriots were immediately bet up to 5.5. There has since been some buyback on the Broncos. It is now down, I think, back down to 4.5. I should also pull up ProfitX. If you sign up for ProfitX, use promo code STAKE for 20% deposit match. Nope, still 5.5. Still 5.5. So huge swing for the point spread for Bo Nix. And what a lot of people were talking about is, holy shit. I remember back in the day hearing that Aaron Rodgers was worth 7 points to the spread. Bo Nix really worth that much to the spread? Crazy. Jared Stidham's starting for the Broncos. He, as we know, he was a former Patriot. I joked about a Jared Stidham revenge game. I just want to make it very clear. Nobody is betting on a Jared Stidham revenge game. However, it does seem to me, from keeping my ears to the streets, people are quite fond of Jared Stidham. For what reason? I have no idea. But I have some thoughts. I have some takes. The total in this game also opened 40.5. That has been bet up as well to 42.5. Across the board, by the way, not on ProfitX, but everywhere else, circa -4.5, -110. So there is buyback on the Broncos. Steak, would you like to get us started in this game?
Yeah.
All right, get us started. I'm going to go take a piss, but I'm at my volume up and I'll listen to everything you say.
I think gambling has just become hilarious because I felt like I knew that when this happened, Jared Stidham was going to get more love than he should. And I want to clarify, like, I know the Patriots are public. I feel like if I don't say that, a lot of people in the comments are going to be like, but the Patriots are still public. They are. But there's still way more love for the Broncos than you thought you'd see, and way more love for Jared Stidham. I've seen
way more love.
Way more. I've seen Jared Stidham ladders. I've seen every sharp I know on the Broncos, every contrarian I know on the Broncos. And to be completely honest, they were on the Texans and they were also on the Chargers. And I'm starting, as I've let it simmer, because now it's been 5 days since we knew this was going to be the game and that Bo Nix broke his ankle. I'm starting to think people really hate this Pats team. And I knew they did during the regular season because it was, oh, the Pats haven't played anybody. Who have the Pats played? And then it was against the Chargers, and the line was short. Who have the Pats played? They haven't played anybody. Then they beat the Chargers. And then what did everybody say? No one said, oh, good playoff win for Drake May. They said, Justin Herbert has bag boys playing offensive line, and the Chargers suck, and he also chokes in the playoffs. Then they go to play the Texans. And going into the game, everybody said this is the best defense in the NFL, and we think the Texans could win that game. But then the Patriots won the game, and everyone said, well, it's because CJ Stroud is so bad, and he played so bad, which he did. But it's still, you don't want to give credit to the Patriots. And now here we are again. The line moves a whole 7 points. They're 4.5-point favorites in Denver, which is crazy. I think even with the backup quarterback, when a lot of people would call Bo Nix a system QB, a lot of people don't think Bo Nix is good. It took me a long time to come around about Bo Nix. I'm just so impressed with the way he played last week. But I don't know, man. I'm on the Patriots. I'm squaring up with the Patriots again. It's the third time in a row. Haven't wavered at all. Haven't got nervous. I've been surprised at all the Stidham love.
Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with you here because I did look at this on Sunday when the Bo Nix news was rolled out, and you were starting to see a little bit of the Stidham wave of slurping, call it. But I still really want to press the Broncos button, but I've been so cold, and it's just you're stepping into a trap. I think the one thing to actually like the Broncos, obviously the defense is very good. What's up with J.K. Dobbins? Is he back?
I think it's still questionable.
I'm hearing his name thrown out around there, but either way, man, it's really tough though too. Because if you look at how Drake May played in both those games, granted he put up some touchdowns, he had some good games, but he also had a lot of fumbles, and now he's on the road against an equally good defense. So I think a case can be made for the Broncos. I'll probably bet the Pats with you, Steak, and I might just take Patriots to win by like those bands and see what you can get of 1-3 or 1-6, because that's where I think it is. I think the Broncos can keep it close, but actually in my head right now as we're saying it, I could see it being Pats win by 6 and just squeak it out.
All right, gentlemen.
The over is strange to me that it's gone up. Is that more? That might be more of a weather move, though.
Apparently, from what I've heard, just to touch on J.K. Dobbins, there was a report that he walked by the tunnel, and a fan or a reporter or something like J.K., hope to see you for the Super Bowl, and he looked up and he said sooner, which sooner implies there's only one more game, so we might see him in this game. The total is
18-1 to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. You can bet it now.
Shit wager because they're not getting there. More on that in a second. So I've got a whole lot of thoughts. I got a whole lot of things to say. And keep in mind, gentlemen, we're not doing prop talk, so we're gonna dive all the way into this game in a minute. But I'm gonna.
Can I drop one stat before you go?
Stop fucking interrupting. Yes, go ahead.
We
go around the fucking horn. Everybody has their chance, and now go ahead. Go ahead.
Walk away. We go around the horn. You walk away.
I'm literally about. I'm not like about to go, but I'm like.
All right. Sean Payton 8-1 straight up with a backup quarterback. Go ahead.
That was a good nugget. Thank you for sharing. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right. That was good though. I like that. Don't hold it. Get mustered up again. What was I saying? Oh, the total. You did say the total was strange, and you asked if it was about the weather. Apparently,
I just like to say one thing. I'm just kidding.
I knew you were gonna do it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. You had a look in your face. You said, "Oh, it was."
It's fun when you can see a joke enter someone's brain before they deliver it.
Yeah. Oh, you knew it. Steak was like, "Oh, here's an opportunity for me to fucking be a fucking shithead." Anyways, hold on. The total in the game has been bet up 2 points. I think what people are thinking, Greg, is that the weather in Denver is supposed to be cold, but it's supposed to be similar to what we just saw with the Bills Broncos. Beautiful day, 30, 35 degrees. Points can still be scored in Mile High. The other thing I've been hearing is that both these quarterbacks could be turnover prone, right? Saw Drake May. What happened to him? Denver's got another good defense. The Texans were a good defense. And then Jared Stidham just being a backup by default could potentially turn the ball over. Also, what I think is very interesting, Jared Stidham, did you guys see his passing prop has been bet up?
Yes.
I heard a clip. I think this is why that is being bet up, because let's be honest. I mean, your average idiot betting $25, $50 is not moving the line, but I think sharps are hitting this and they like points. There was a clip from Sean Payton where he said, they were asking about Stidham and he said, we think he's going to rip it. And the markets are very reactive. So I think everybody takes, clippings and what coaches say, which makes sense. And you think, oh, this is what we're going to do. The running game did not do well against the Bills last week. And the Bills have one of the worst run defenses in the playoffs. So I think they're thinking, okay, well, everybody was on RJ Harvey rushing yards. We're done. Yeah, maybe the wide receivers are hurt, but Sean Payton just said Jared Stidham's going to rip it. Jared Stidham has played, football before. He's got experience. Everybody's talking about Jared Stidham being a great backup. His passing yards has been bet up like 15 yards, which is insane. We'll talk about props in a minute, but let me tell you what I think about this game because I got thoughts on a side and a total, more so the total. I am ready to stand on business. Steak stood on business last week 3 times. You went 4-0. Obviously, you went 3-0 and standing on business. I'm going to stand on business. Last week, I told you the Denver Broncos were the fake sharp play of the millennium. And I did bet the Buffalo Bills. I said throughout the entire week, I have my doubts. I have my concerns, mostly Sean McDermott. I don't love Sean McDermott. But at the end of the day, that wasn't the reason they lost. They lost because of Josh Allen. And I have to give Sean Payton credit. He coached his dick off. He started to turtle a little bit in that second half, but he coached his dick off. But most importantly, Bo Nix played a beautiful game of football. He played unbelievable. Now, maybe the stats don't necessarily show it, but if you watch that game from start to finish, Steak, you mentioned it about how well he played last week. He was anything that was asked of him, he did it. And he was playing really, really smart. But I mean, the touchdown pass was an absolute dime. He's throwing to really nobody. We talk about all the time that Josh Allen doesn't have any weapons. Who the fuck does Bo Nix have? Courtland Sutton didn't have a catch till the last drive of the game. Pat Bryant got hurt. Troy Franklin's dealing with a hamstring. I can't believe that people are cozying up to Jared Stidham as much as they are. They are talking about this guy like he is practically Nick Foles. I don't know dick about Jared Stidham. Nothing. But all I know is this. Josh Allen lost that game for the Bills. But if you want to talk about who won that game for the Broncos, it was Bo Nix.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bo fucking Nix won that football game for the Denver Broncos. And now the Denver Broncos do not have Bo Nix. Big problem. That people are acting like isn't a big problem. Why? I'm not even the biggest Bo Nix believer. 2 years in to his NFL career, I got to tell you, I'm dead wrong about this fucking guy. Dead wrong. So I'm listening to VSiN last night. Follow the Money. Mitch Moss. They have this guy on who covers the Patriots. And I want to tell you what I heard. And I thought this was beautiful. Patriots guy says, people forget that the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, drafted Jared Stidham. Jared Stidham was the quarterback for the New England Patriots. Do you remember, Steak, I already told you this, Greg, do you remember what free agent quarterback the New England Patriots had to sign midseason to try to play football and win football games?
It wasn't Brissett, was it?
Wasn't Brissett. You're like kind of warm?
Cam Newton.
The New England Patriots, who drafted Jared Stidham, played Jared Stidham, had to sign Cam fucking Newton. I think there's a reason why. Jared Stidham ain't this dude that's going to come in here all of a sudden and start the AFC Championship game, and all of a sudden everything's going to be fine. Because Bo Nix did not go in there and play an average game of quarterback. Bo Nix played his fucking dick off and probably was one of the better performances I've seen in the playoffs. He really was. He was incredible, in my opinion. So, yeah, I think the Broncos have a big problem. And you know what else that Steak alluded to? I think the odds makers are saying that, but I think the sports bettors aren't.
Oh, my God. I love this.
Newton all-over QBs. Wow. What happened? Did I say something wrong?
We got more Josh defending. Allen is throwing to guys off the street like Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin, and that offensive lineman that caught a touchdown are household names. Meanwhile, Josh Allen has James Cook, and we have RJ Harvey, the rookie, playing running back. I just can't.
I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to address
it makes my blood pressure go through the roof.
No, I understand. Let's look ahead here. So what I'm getting at is this. I don't like a bet on the Denver Broncos. I don't care if it's 5.5, 4.5, whatever it is. I don't care. At the same time, Steak, we've bet on the New England Patriots 2 weeks in a row. They were my best bet 2 weeks ago. I went with them. You didn't waver. It was the only bet I got right last weekend. got an alt line, got Drake May passing touchdowns. It was a great, great game for me. The Patriots have treated me well. For whatever reason, I am this way. I am nervous about getting greedy with a team, but at the same time, it's so fucking stupid. You should lean into a team and a player that's treating you well. So why am I being such a bitch and a pussy to bet the Patriots again? I'll tell you why. It's the guy who I think is like the next face of football and who has been unbelievable this year. Drake May's play is concerning me a little bit. He does not make me feel all that confident, because as bad as CJ Stroud was and the Texans offense were that game, Drake May almost gave it right back to him. He really did. Now I will say this, and this is just my opinion. I don't know what the fucking data says. I don't know what the metrics say. I know that the Broncos have one of the best defenses in the NFL. But if I'm to give you my opinion, I think the Texans defense is a whole lot scarier. I think they are terrifying. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, Riley Moss is cool. Hufanga is really cool. Pat Surtain is awesome. I know, Benito is great. Pass rush is better. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's good.
Pass rush is better than the Texans. Is that true?
I do not know, because I'll tell you right now, Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter are absolutely terrifying. And if I was a quarterback going against them, I would shit my pants every single night. I need to wear a diaper and I would have nightmares. But I was not that scared of the Denver Broncos defense. I'm not saying they were bad against the Bills. That form tackle and that play against James Cook where he fumbled, potentially game-changing. But I'm just telling you right now.
They were very opportunistic. They were allowing chunk plays, but they were very opportunistic.
And they were making the catches on the receivers very, very difficult. Josh Allen's throws downfield had to be perfect, and none of them were. That was an underthrow to Brandon Cooks, and we saw what happened. The guy made a play on it and intercepted the ball. So I am nervous about Drake May on the road. But at the same time, I think this Patriots defense is a little bit better than people are expecting or talking about. I was somewhat impressed with what I've seen from the Patriots defense. And let me tell you why. Again, I don't know fucking DVOA. I don't know any of this bullshit. I can't get my eyes off Milton Williams. I can't. He's unbelievable defensive tackle. Unbelievable. And how about Christian Gonzalez?
Yeah, he's awesome.
He is awesome. Like Darrelle Revis. That was like one in my lifetime of what I remember. Darrelle Revis was like the best coverage corner that I think I've seen. A lot of other ones out there. I'm not going to argue with you. Christian Gonzalez is everywhere. He is everywhere. He is all over the receiver. It's impossible for him to play. Well, if I want to think about this from an XO standpoint, the Broncos have Jared Stidham. Their wide receivers are hurt. I don't know if Pat Bryant's playing. I don't know if Troy Franklin's playing. I like Cortland Sutton. But I'll tell you right now, I don't care if it's square. I don't care if anybody's saying it. Christian Gonzalez should be on Cortland Sutton. He's going to probably take him out. How the fuck are the Broncos going to move the ball? What are they going to do?
Franklin.
Okay, well, he's got a hurt hamstring.
Yeah, no. The one counterpoint I'll give to everything you said is the Broncos have a significantly better offensive line.
Sure. They have a significantly better offensive line. I'm not buying Peyton's bullshit about they're going to rip it. I don't think they're going to rip it. I actually do think they're going to lean on the run game. And everybody played RJ Harvey rushing yards. Well, you do and you don't, but yeah, everybody played RJ Harvey rushing yards or the Broncos running back rushing yards because the Bills run defense is so bad. They all lost. I think this is the week that the running game for the Broncos finds success. I would play rushing props for the Broncos, but at the same time, I don't necessarily think that Drake May is going to light it up. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to cover. The under is my best bet in this game.
Really?
Yep. I think this is going to be, and if I'm really, really getting specific, it would be the Broncos team total under. I don't think the Broncos are scoring more than 10 points, maybe 13.
Me and Jeff are on the same exact side in this game. I don't know if that scares anyone.
Now, one thing I will say, because this goes against our system with everything we've all said, is backup quarterback in their first start versus backup quarterback in their second start.
Yeah, the problem is I never would have applied that system to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Also, I think I heard a pretty good stat about teams that played in overtime and then what happens the next week. It's not good.
Not good. But the Broncos did have an extra day of rest.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
So I think that canceled out.
True. And their quarterback's not going to be beaten up. I mean, he's going to be fresh, but also it comes in with the experience. But yeah, I don't know, man. I know, Greg, Steak and I keep our eyes and ears out there a lot more than you do in terms of like sports talk and Twitter. But I don't know if you've seen this. People are really gassing up Jarrett Stidham.
There's a lot. I mean, it's all you see is just so many trends of a home team in this spot that's a dog of 3 or more points and how often they cover. But all those things leave out, like, this is a quarterback making his 4th start in 2 years, right?
Yep.
Not a typical situation.
I think that if I'm to make a case for the Denver Broncos, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I have to. I'm not going to Stephen A. it. I'm going to lean into it and just acknowledge, like, Sean Payton deserves respect. As soon as he won a playoff game, he's got my respect. And the way he did it with Bo Nix was very impressive. Sean Payton has to. And Stidham has been in this offense. It's not like a guy they just got in the street. Like, he's got to draw up the perfect game plan for a backup quarterback. He has to make life easy.
Can I just say this? That's the one thing I can't get out of my mind is everyone says, oh, Sean Payton's kind of a little bit overrated. Super Bowl with Drew Brees. You got to win that Super Bowl with Drew Brees. He has like one of the best statistical quarterback seasons of all time. It's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Definitely the most accurate, I think. And then he's like, okay, fine. So what if I beat Josh Allen with Bo Nix? Then I beat the Patriots and their MVP candidate quarterback with Jarrett Stidham. And then I win a Super Bowl with Jarrett Stidham. What would you say about me now? I just feel like the only fear I have is how motivated he must be to do this.
Yeah. 100%. The biggest concern I have in this game is Sean Payton. Like, if I'm fading the Broncos, it is Sean Payton. I truly am like, I'm not even that concerned about the Patriots as a team on the road and laying points, because somebody said the pass rush for Denver is better. I'm not sure I buy it. Like, Will Campbell, I've been seeing shit on him all week about how he's got short arms and not very good at pass blocking. But Drake May was getting killed. He was under pressure.
He's lost. Not lost. I'm sorry. He's fumbled the ball 6 times in the playoffs.
Yeah, it has not been
at
good.
Home.
It has not been good. I also think, from a prop perspective, I'm kind of going to 2 things that burned people last week. And that's not even really the reason I'm doing it. I don't want to look like the smart guy after everybody got fucked, but I think there's some logic to it. Although I will say, for the rushing props for the Broncos, you guys are right. From a schematic standpoint of the New England Patriots, you would go into this game wanting to stop the run and forcing Stidham to beat you. Like, that would make sense. Stack the shit out of the box. But at the same time, on the Patriots side, everybody was on Drake May rushing yards last week. That was a very, very popular prop because of the pass rush from the Texans, the poor O-line play, at least on Will Campbell's side. May's going to be running for his life. He didn't really run for his life. He stood in the pocket, he took sacks, and he fumbled the ball. I think this is the week you get Drake May to run, especially when he's on the road and not at home. But I like I think I like a 24-13 game is kind of what I see.
Did you guys see the Broncos going up 7-zip and then doing nothing else?
Yeah,
I could see a scripted drive. Stidham comes out, puts up a touchdown, and everybody gets really excited, and then you really figure him out.
Sean Payton is a very.
I know that's my point too.
Guy. Yeah, great question and a great point. That Bo Nix Denver scripted drive against Buffalo was excellent, and I always tell people I will never forget the fucking Saints Rams game. The Saints went out to a 10-0 lead. I'm pretty sure their scripted drives were great, and they did nothing. So yeah, that's a really good point, Greg. If the Broncos go up 7-0, I will absolutely be taking the Patriots live.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. I don't know if NFL coaches care about this, but Peyton wasn't listed as a finalist for Coach of the Year either. More motivation potentially. Yeah, I mean, look, I think either team is motivated just as much because if you win this game, you go to the Super Bowl. But I don't hate bringing that up. It kind of correlates to what Steak was saying about just Sean Payton's legacy in general, and not being able to just hang on to the fact that he'd be a Drew Brees script merchant. Yeah, very funny. I'm not saying it wasn't PI. I'm just saying that it shouldn't even have come to that. Okay, so just let's go around the horn one more time. We got plenty of time to talk Seahawks, so I want to make sure we're not rushing anything. We're not missing anything. I do like the Patriots. The under is my best bet. I like RJ Harvey's over rushing yards. I like Drake May's over rushing yards. Steak, what do you like? And is there any prop standing out to you?
Well, Jarrett Stidham rushing yards, I think, has to be talked about. I just feel like that's something that I haven't heard a lot of people in Angle. I haven't heard a lot of people say, and I'm sure he might soar, to be honest. I think it's at 13.5 or 16.5. I don't remember the exact number. I like the Patriots. I think I've made that pretty clear. And I agree with you about the under. Like I said, I hope we find somewhere to disagree on the next game because we're pretty aligned in this game. I do think the Broncos team total under is a good look. I'm going to square up and say that I don't believe Jarrett Stidham is going to be able to have success in a game of this magnitude. And I do respect the Patriots defense and what they've been able to do against Justin Herbert. Don't care what else you have to say about it. Still Justin Herbert. And what they did, they made CJ Stroud look absolutely silly, which I know a lot of people think CJ Stroud does that to himself. And that's a totally fair argument. But either way, I thought the Patriots defense was great last week.
Greg?
Yeah, I don't see him on here, so it must be he may not be cleared yet. But I did hear a good take on. I think Troy Franklin is going to be one of the more popular touchdown guys.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he was on the second.
You know why that is, by the way?
He was on the second team last year, so he worked a lot with.
Hold on. I think from what I heard, and this makes sense, Christian Gonzalez is
and there's that factor. Yep.
Yes. Now go ahead. I just wanted.
But anyway, so I was saying. There's that factor of Christian Gonzalez taking away the number one. The other factor with Troy Franklin is him and Stidham supposedly have a good rapport from working together on the second team last year. I don't know. I'm not even seeing him on the board, which means he's, the hamstring issue could be pretty serious.
I think he went to Pat Bryant 3 times in a row to begin that game.
He did.
Pat Bryant had 3 catches on the first drive and then got a concussion.
Oh, he was cooking.
That's crazy. It looks like
was it a concussion? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
damn.
I think so.
No, you're probably right. I have no idea. I didn't even think that it was a concussion. That fucking sucks.
I'm with you guys on RJ Harvey. I'd rather just play his receiving yards. I think they cook up a nice little couple screens for him. It's 19.5. That will probably be my Bronco guy too. I don't know where I stand on a total. I want to see what the weather looks like when the game's coming around. I want to see if there's any movement towards it. But DJ, and I do like what you're saying, where I think sometimes coaches in these press conferences just come out and throw a lot of misdirection. Mm-hmm. We're going to air it out. We're going to let them rip. And then we run the ball 8 times on the first drive.
Yep.
Might be a beautiful day in Denver by their standards.
Yep. Missed this 24 minutes ago. Ramble now, 31 months. Appreciate you. Haven't done many things for 31 months. Lab City Collective also just sub. Appreciate you, Lab City Collective. Slander gave out a sub to DGen 8885. It is snowing right now, like 13 degrees. I'm in Denver. Appreciate that. Bet your ass, Mikey will. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be what I heard yesterday was clear, sunny, 25 degrees. So it's going to be cold, but
it's colder than I thought.
Yeah, I think that's still totally fine for either team, personally. Okay, I think that was pretty good talk on on Broncos Patriots. Now let's move it to the last game: the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll show you guys the picket splits, and in terms of line movement, I think. Well, if you go to Wager Talk, it shows that the opener was Seattle 3, and it's down to 2.5. I thought it opened 2.5, got bet up to 3. And then back to 2.5. But you guys can do your own research. Please do not quote me. These are the picket splits. $1.5 million wagered on this game so far. More bets and money on Seattle to win the game. Money line. More bets and money on the Rams to cover. Totally makes sense to me, personally. Sharper bets on the under. 51% of the tickets, 66% of the money. That number is, well, it's hard to get a consensus there. Let's see what Profit X says. Profit X says 47.5, under slightly juiced. Yeah. We can switch this one up a little bit, but I guess I'll set the stage a little bit more. 46.5 is the opener, so it got bet up just a little bit. Seattle takes down. Well, takes down's actually putting it lightly. They beat the absolute piss out of the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
It was fucking start to finish nasty. Nasty. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, you've got the Rams who are really, scratching and clawing and barely surviving both of these wins on the road in Carolina and in Chicago. Steak had a really good rant, by the way, about this when we talked about it earlier in the week. It's on the Fake Sharps Twitter page. I'm going to go. Make sure you guys go give that a follow, by the way. I'm going to go share it in here. I think I retweeted it this morning, but you guys should go give it a listen at some point after the stream. It was very good. But the Bears, in my opinion, even though there was, well, in your opinion as well, there was a very fortunate play at the end of the game. Really thought the Bears could have won that game. Was not the best job by Ben Johnson, but it certainly wasn't the best job by Sean McVay. The Bears defense gave him everything they could ask for. And unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. Caleb had 3 interceptions. I thought the Rams' defensive line was very good in that game. But there was certainly, I think, the talk of that game after was, wow, McVay got away with one. That's what I can't get out of my head, is McVay got away with one of the worst coaching performances that we've seen him have. Now it's going into Seattle. Familiar foes here. Believe they're split in the regular season. If I'm not mistaken, the Rams won the first meeting 22-19. That's the game where Sam Darnold had 4 turnovers. The Rams moved the ball, but they had trouble scoring. And then in Seattle, the Rams were doing everything they wanted. They were up 30-14 and blew it. And then Seattle won that game. I think it was 38-37. I might have the scores wrong, but you understand. Matt Stafford had like 460-something passing yards. And Puka, that was a game he had like 220 receiving yards. So Seahawks are feeling themselves. Steak stood on business with the Seahawks. He was absolutely right. -7 was a lot of respect, and there was a reason why they beat the absolute piss out of the Niners. Sam Darnold did not have to do anything. My reason for fading Seattle was the meaningful Sam Darnold moment I was expecting. Didn't happen. He was like 12 for 17. That's all they needed. Kenneth Walker ran well, but Zach Charbonnet, believe he is done, right?
Not playing. Definitely not playing.
ACL, yeah.
Yep, done. So no Super Bowl, no nothing. So it's going to have to be a Kenneth Walker game. I think from what I remember just watching, not looking at stats or anything, I think Kenneth Walker, for whatever reason, does pretty well against teams in the division. So I've seen him have success against the Rams. I think he had a 55-yard touchdown run when they played in Seattle. He obviously had success against the 49ers. And then on the receiving end, I think everybody should be good to go. I think their defense is good to go. There's not many injuries that I know of from the Rams side as well. Devontae Adams was banged up, but he played against Chicago. He's going to be back, or he's fine for this game. Puka should be fine. Maybe Corum. I didn't see Corum used that much in Chicago, but Kyron Williams ran the ball well. DJ885 says, can't wait for Donald to lay an egg versus a good team. Steak, let's just go ahead and start with you again. And on that note, what?
Let's start with Greg.
Okay, fine. I just thought you were going to perk up at seeing that because I know where you stand on this game. Greg, what do you?
I don't know where Steak stands. I'm
good.
That's why we should start with Greg.
All right, yeah, you're right. Okay. All right, Greg. Rams +2.5 on the road in Seattle. Total 46.5. What do you think?
I've convinced myself that the Seahawks are winning the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
And Sam Darnold's going to be in there with the Trent Dilfers and Brad Johnsons of the world of how did this guy win a Super Bowl? But this defense is so good. It's so good. And the other side of it is, you brought it up on the other game because the Broncos went to overtime, but teams that went to overtime the following week, it's a bad spot. The Rams just had overtime and -10-degree weather. And the Seahawks got not only an extra day of rest, right? Because they played Saturday, but really by the fourth quarter, that game was done. By the second half, that game was done. Like the Seahawks, I think, are just, this defense is ready to attack. And as much as it would kill me if the Rams ended up winning because that's who I like to win the NFC going into everything. But I just think this lines up really nicely for the Seahawks to pull it out. And also, I wouldn't be surprised. I'll dabble this. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Seahawks blowout. I think the first 2 games were so close and everyone's so excited. I mean, somebody said in the chat, it's the Rams' 3rd straight road game. I know there are teams in the playoffs that can get hot and that wild card team make a run, but a team that lost to the Falcons, a team that lost to the Panthers, like, is this team really that group of grit that gets that done as a wild card spot? I don't see it happening. So yeah, I'll take the Seahawks. I will likely take I'll do something stupid, which is take the money line and also dabble in alt or adjusted. But that 2.5 is kind of concerning, right? If the Seahawks are really going to blow this team out, I think it'd be 3.5. I mean, the other side of that is you're going against a better coach and better quarterback, right, on the Rams. but everything else on the Seahawks is so much better. And I just think their confidence is through the roof.
That's a bold take to say that you think the Seahawks would blow them out. Back-to-back blowouts against the Niners and Rams would be insane. You should put your money where your mouth is and take it all.
I got to sprinkle it, man, because these first two games were so close. They were so tight. The first game, the Rams won by 2, and the second game, the Seahawks won by 1. Like,
yeah.
Come on.
Okay. All right. I disagree with your alt line, but I think you should take it so that if you're right, you can parade that around, because that would be pretty ballsy. All right, Steak. It feels like you went from the Seahawks hater to the Seahawks whisperer. We used to have a hater on Twitter, CJ something. He's referred to you as my boyfriend. He's called us gay quite a bit, and it all stems from us shitting on the Seahawks. Well, you shitting on the Seahawks before the season. Crickets now.
You agreed with me.
Well, I wasn't fading this. I wasn't fading the Seahawks.
You weren't together on that?
Remember, I told you I wanted to fade Sam Darnold initially, but then I was like, wait a minute, man. I saw that Julian Love, Mina Kimes thing, and I said, I'm not fading the Seahawks. I was out on fading the Seahawks.
Yeah, I actually do remember that.
But I was certainly like, I'm not with buying Sam Darnold at his highest. I shit on that on Twitter as soon as it happened. And yeah, I definitely said it going into it, but then I softened my stance. So, but anyways, we haven't heard from our Seahawks fan who's a big hater of ours in quite some time, probably because you've been betting on the Seahawks successfully. So what do you like in this game? Do you agree with Greg that it's going to be another Seahawks by murder back to back? Goodness gracious.
No, I don't. I think it's going to be the Seahawks. I don't think it's going to be the Seahawks by murder. I don't think the Rams are going to get murdered. I wouldn't even like the Rams to get murdered if they were down 14-0, because I do think any way you slice it, Matt Stafford would find a way to play himself back in the game. I like the Seahawks. I see the chat. I've been reading it as you were talking. I know that you hate that. And I saw Deed say, give me the Rams, because everyone's saying that the Rams aren't playing good, which is true. But I think there's just as many people saying, give me the Rams, because it's Sam Darnold against Matt Stafford. Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely going to take Matt Stafford against Sam Darnold. And I think what Chipper said is absolutely true. Any casual you text about the Super Bowl is saying Sam Darnold eventually has to turn back into a pumpkin. It's not like he was that impressive last week. He didn't have to be. Rashid Shaheed scored 7 points on the opening kickoff. That was more than the Niners scored the whole game. Sam Darnold literally had to do nothing but not mess up that game, which is what he did. Mm-hmm. I'm going to lean into the Seahawks more, because I actually am genuinely concerned about the way the Rams have been playing. And like I said, I thought you could get away with it against the Panthers, which you did, and I thought you could get away with it against the Bears, which you did. I don't think you can get away with it against the Seahawks defense. I really, really don't. We talked about the Texans. We talked about the Patriots. We talked about the Broncos. I think at this exact moment right now, the Seahawks are the best defense in the NFL. And I know that they actually, ironically, seem to play better on the road under Mike McDonald than they do at home. But for this game, I'm not buying that. I think it's going to be rowdy. I like the Seahawks. I think it'll be a great game and a really good game. And I don't think anyone's going to lay an egg particularly, but man, one guy I really love is Kenneth Walker. And I know that's super obvious because you said it. He torches divisional opponents, and they're going to, obviously they're the favorite. So maybe there's some kind of leading game script, and there's no Zach Charbonnet. So the Kenneth Walker thing is super obvious, but man, I just love Kenneth Walker. And I understand running back by committee. And I said this before, but he's better than Zach Charbonnet. He's more explosive than Zach Charbonnet.
I don't think it's even close.
And in this game, to get to lean on him as the feature back, I'm really excited to see that. He has a higher rushing prop than Corum and Kyron Williams combined, which I still think is kind of interesting. I like Kenneth Walker a lot in this game. And I also, if you wanted to back Sam Darnold somehow, for you, DJ, it seems like an over 1.5 touchdown pass kind of day. I like Sam Darnold too. I like the Seahawks. I think the under is probably the sharp play, but I'm not sure I could find myself getting there, because I actually think both these offenses show up in this game.
You like the over?
I just don't want to bet the under. I like the Seahawks.
Okay, that's fine. I'm pulling it up on Pickett right now. Speaking of Kenneth Walker, I'm glad that you mentioned it, because we'll talk about guys we like in this game. But player prop markets, when you're on Pickett and you pull up rushing, it shows you by most popular of how many bets are in. Find it a little interesting that the Pickett Sharps' 7th most popular bet is Kenneth Walker rushing yards, 85.5 on, I guess that's Bally's. I don't have Bally's.
Also one thing I forgot to mention, I
Sure.
apologize.
Yeah.
The Rams-Seahawks game, that was like 38-37. I don't know if you remember, but Puka had like 250 yards
I
receiving.
said that. Yeah.
Oh, you said that? And did you mention that JSN had no catch in the first half?
Nope.
Okay, so JSN had no
That's
catch in the
right.
first game. He did have a nice second half, don't get me wrong, but I see people in the chat saying JSN, square up with JSN. Don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah, JSN has been quiet. He has a big game Sunday. Don't hate that one bit.
I haven't shopped around on Pickett, but I just found it on FanDuel. Seahawks total points is 23.5. I think I'm gonna have to play that too.
Over.
That's the Seahawks?
Seahawks is 23.5.
And what are the Rams?
They got to be 21.5.
This is FanDuel. They're both 23.5, but the Seahawks are minus 130.
To the over.
Very
And the Rams are even money.
weird.
That is weird. Okay. You sure, Greg?
30 points is a lot. Like minus 130 versus even money. That's a lot of juice.
Yeah. But is it enough for a 2.5-point favorite to have the same?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm gonna remember.
It's for sure weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember you said that.
Okay. Now Steak's gonna bet the Rams at kickoff.
No.
I'm just kidding. This is kind of interesting to me. Blake Corum, for whatever reason, he was getting like even distribution to Kyron Williams late in the season. Is he hurt?
I don't think so.
Well,
no, they just went to that's what was weird was they did a split with them on drives the first game, and then the second game it was all Williams.
Yeah, and then now his rushing attempts are 7.5. Kyron is 13.5. So it's like 2-1 now. He got no touches last week. Yeah, I don't understand. So I was wondering if he's hurt or if they're basically this could have been Sean McVay's plan going into it is let's keep Kyron fresher for the playoffs. You know?
Yeah.
But the Panthers game was a playoff game.
Yeah, but was that 50-50?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was literally alternating drives.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a little strange. Any way you try to slice it, it's a little weird.
Yeah. So I'm kind of with you guys in the sense that I think the Seahawks are not going to let me say this. I don't think Sam Darnold is going to fuck this game up. I truly don't. I think the Seahawks are going to put up a very good fight. I don't think we're going to get any sort of like Steak when you text me and you said the moment is clearly not too big for Bo Nix. You could just tell right then and there. Like, I understand Sam Darnold is not a second-year quarterback, but when we talk about Sam Darnold in conference championship games or even potentially a Super Bowl, we treat him like a baby, you know? I don't think it's gonna be like that for Sam Darnold. I think that this team is so cohesive and they are really, really well coached. I mean, McDonald's been coaching him great, but Clint Kubiak was such a good acquisition for them on the offensive side because the guy they had last year, I think it was Ryan Grubb was his name. And he's the guy that was the offensive coordinator for University of Washington. That guy fucking sucked. And he went right back to, I think he's at Alabama or something with Kalen DeBoer, but Kubiak's been awesome. There is no way I'm going to fade the Seahawks offense. So I'm not thinking under. I'm not thinking anything cute. Hold on one second. Why are we saying that he ignoring the chat?
Well, you're doing good. How about me for not interrupting? Apparently, Phillip Rivers is interviewing for the Bills.
Can you, Scambizi, for the love of God, can you fucking wait on Phillip Rivers fucking interviewing for the Bills?
We just
job?
said we don't want to talk about the Bills anymore.
While we're talking about the fucking playoff game, please, for the love of God.
Damn, you got distracted, dude. Usually you don't get distracted by the chat.
Well, if somebody's calling me out directly, like they're ignoring the chat, what I think is there's a really big nugget pertaining to the game or the topic that conversation. Just got it. I mean, there's just that just can't happen. All right. Yeah. You're in here way too much too. You got to tighten the fuck up. Hey, JMO. This guy is always watching the City Bike live streams and appreciate JMO. DJ, why are you saying everybody always says that? Oh, you're just saying that to get me riled up. I'm not fucking angry. I'm locked in. Okay. Huge difference. You say it ain't off Jeff over here. Whatever you want to say. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, I'm getting back to what I was talking about. I'm going to tell you right now. We're talking about this. You said it. You're right. You are right. It's just like it was with the Bills Broncos. The sharps are on Denver. The squares are on Buffalo. The Patriots are public. The sharps are on Denver. I don't know that the Rams are very popular here.
They're not popular or unpopular. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, to me, if you're like, if your angle on this game is to try to find the popular or the unpopular side, I think you're doing yourself a disservice.
Sure.
Because I think there's a lot of reasons to bet both sides, and I can just say confidently, pick your side in this one.
Sure. Very, very fair. We always like to talk about it, so I just wanted to address it. I think the Seahawks are getting a little popular. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're a likable squad, man.
They are. I
just won a playoff game 41-6.
Of course. Of course.
How do you not like them?
Every reason to. Here's where I'm getting. I wonder, it's kind of like Sepp Straka in golf. Now you've got sports bettors cozying up to Sam Darnold. You got Greg saying it's going to be fucking alt-line city, and you got him thinking that the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. I don't entirely disagree. I just want to be clear. I don't. Go ahead.
Do you find it interesting that one of our resident Seahawks fans is in here and he has not stopped saying it's the Rams? Do you find that interesting? I'm just curious.
No, I really don't. Because aside from the Seahawks hater that we have who keeps calling us gay lovers, I actually kind of like Seahawks fans. Like, they're a little bit insane, but for the most part, like, they haven't been considering themselves a Super Bowl winning team through week 10. You know, at least the guys in our chat. I like them. That's fine. But you know how I feel. Yeah, you always want to fade the fans. So I understand it's worth mentioning for sure. They're not overly confident. And they're not overly confident. You know why? Because Sean McVay's on the other sideline. Matt Stafford's out there. Puka Nakua's out there. There's reason for anybody worth a fucking brain who's a Seahawks fan to know that this game's not going to be easy. So I respect that personally. But just from what I'm hearing, again, ear to the streets, I'm hearing a lot of people cozying up to the Seahawks.
Sure. And I won't try to give you any pushback. I think there's plenty of people that like the Seahawks.
Yes, exactly. I'm not even here to say that I think the Seahawks are public or square. I just want to make that very clear. I really don't know that. That's when I start to, it's another level of getting concerned with the Sam Darnold pressure. It's like, it was almost better for him and the Seahawks when everybody was treating the Niners going in with 7 points like, how disrespectful. And they just whooped that ass. Philip.
Why'd you highlight it?
This is what he does, Greg. This is what he does. He's a little fucking toddler in a high chair. Every time, this is what I have to deal with. Every fucking time.
I'm having a good time, man.
Can you just 5% more serious?
I feel like I've been pretty serious today.
You've been really good, but you can have a really bad ending.
You do sound like a parent talking to a toddler.
You fucking make me do that. Even fucking Greg.
Dessert. If you stop, we can get dessert.
But hold on. You gotta give Greg credit. Even he said, why did you just highlight that?
I did think you did it.
No, Steak did it because he just loves fucking around 24/7.
He said, why did you just highlight that?
I didn't. He thought I did, but it still wouldn't matter.
I forget Steak has control of the
motherboard.
Yeah,
he does. He has control, the fucking guy.
That's on now. You. I mean, if you give the little kid an iPad at dinner and he's messing around, that's right. On the parent.
I'm going to take his fucking iPad away.
I'm not an iPad kid, you two fucks that bet the Niners last week.
All right. Fair enough. Listen. I don't hate fun, but we got to lock in. There's 2 fucking football games left, McKiffin. That's it. 2 fucking football games. It's Friday. This is it. This is the last stream of us 3 talking about the game. Well, we're going to do the pick it pregame on Sunday. We'll dive in and finalize our prop bets and everything like that. But this is it. So, yeah, I want to take it a little serious. Not super fucking serious.
No, we're doing it. We did good. We did good.
Yeah, do I have any charts or graphs or trends up? No, I'm talking all from my fucking nuts. Anyways. I gotta bet the Rams.
Totally fine with that.
Gotta bet the Rams. And
hate it.
The thing is, also, if you want to talk about whether the Seahawks are or are not square, how about the Rams being a very popular Super Bowl pick before the season? You always got to remember that.
Now you're talking.
Yep, absolutely. We'll bring out if the chat would shut the fuck up about Phillip Rivers and start pulling some real meaningful nuggets out of their ass, that'd be great. We can make some real progress, okay? The Rams were a very, very popular pick to win the Super Bowl. And so far, it's looking pretty good. You're one game away from getting there. And I'll be quite honest with you. If the Rams are playing the Patriots or the Broncos, I think the Rams are going to win. But we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, it's an NFC Super Bowl champion. I don't think
so.
that's a hot take.
I think so. Yeah, I know. But you see how he Steaks face about Drake May. I'm already
No, Steaks' face is because he was about to highlight Snowman's comment.
No, it wasn't.
I thought you were thinking about it.
This is all this guy does. He just sits up here and he looks at comments.
All I do.
All right, you're right. That was a stretch. Sorry. That's a stretch. It's not all you do. It's what you like to do.
It is what I like.
That reaction was good, though. That was a good reaction.
How can you blame him?
Did you see his reaction? That was a DGen reaction. That all I do. That was good.
Yeah,
I like that.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. Good. I'm glad you got that reaction. You're listening. Anyways, I don't even know where the fuck I was anymore. I got Phillip Rivers spammed in the chat 500 times. Where was I? Oh, I'm going to bet the Rams. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bet the Rams. Okay. I'm going to bet the Rams. I do love Puka Nacua. You know, I said on this stream like 2 years ago, I thought Puka Nacua was the best receiver in the NFL. And I had people go, oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. This guy is a freak. He's a cyborg. I absolutely love him. Oh, he had 200 yards receiving last time they played the Seahawks. No way he does it again, right? Fuck that.
Yeah. Can I tell you my opinion on that bet?
Which bet?
The Rams.
Yes.
Well, when we talked about last week, I remember we had talked about the Bills and the Broncos, and we had said, like, at this point, it's 50-50. Like, I can't tell if the Broncos are sharp or fake sharp, but I don't blame you for betting the Bills. That's what I said.
Sure.
I don't blame you for betting the Bills. I don't blame you for betting the Rams. I will blame you for betting the Broncos in the same way that I would blame you for betting the 49ers. So to me, the Broncos are the 49ers, and the Rams, to be determined if they're the Bills or the Broncos. Can't figure it out, but that one feels 50-50 to me.
That's fair. That's pretty well said. I don't like respecting the Seahawks all season and then fading them now. And that guy in me that saw that contract signing on Underdog, 3 years, 70-something million, that retweeted and was like, can you imagine buying Sam Darnold stock at its highest and looking like a moron? Like, I'm going back to being that guy. And I don't necessarily want to do that, but I just have to be truthful. Like, that's how I feel. It's just like, ugh, Sam Darnold really going to get to a fucking Super Bowl?
Didn't work out for me with Miami. Didn't work out for me.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You were on him all year and then jumped off.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm betting the Rams in this game. I would love to get to 3. And I know Greg, you probably didn't see this, but on the national championship game, the Hurricanes were 8.5 all week. And then they went to 7.5. My wife and I went to Home Goods. And when we were in there is like when it hit me that I'm like, I'm betting the Hurricanes. Like, hold on a second. I pulled off with the shopping cart and I pulled up the books and they were 7.5. And I was like, fuck. So I bought the point. And if you don't know this in this sphere or this world of sports betting, like, sports betting sharps cringe at buying points. Like, they hate it, especially in college football. So I got a lot
7 to 8.5 is a weird point to buy.
Hilarious.
It's a hilarious point to buy. I just cannot. It's a total FOMO buy.
Well, I just it's exactly what it was.
There's no situation where
it is.
Any other way you would buy 7.5 to 8.5 other than it was 8.5.
I don't deny that. Token saying thank you, Greg, like I'm denying that. I'm not saying it was a smart bet. I just knew if I didn't buy it, they were going to lose 31-23. And I was going to be like, God damn it. I sat around and waited, and that's another thing the pros will fuck with you about. So basically what I'm saying is this. I really want the 3. I don't agree with you, Greg, that it's going to be an ass kicking. However, if you have a take, I think you have to lean into it. Like,
so my point wasn't that I think it's going to be an ass kicking. I just wouldn't be surprised if it's an ass kicking because the first 2 are so tight. That's where I'm coming from. I don't see a way that the Seahawks actually do it, but just with the first 2 games being so good and so close, wouldn't be surprised if the dam broke one way or another on the 3rd.
Yeah. Okay. It's 11:51. We are going to head over to Owner's Box here shortly. But before we shut down, we got just a few more minutes. We can shoot the shit. I'm going to raid Owner's Box, join the raid, and Steak and I'll hop over there. I'm good for about 45 minutes and I got to run out. Did you do the 2 best bets of the day hit yesterday? I'd love to hear that. DGen 8885. No, I'll have to look at the board a little bit later. I don't want to rush it. And we don't have time for it on today's stream. Yes, let's talk about this and then we'll send everybody over to Owner's Box. Phillip Rivers interviewing for the Buffalo Bills head coaching job. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I don't hate it. Phillip Rivers seems like a guy who can coach.
And then Joe Brady's his OC?
I would assume.
Is Phil Rivers more equipped or more fit to coach the Buffalo Bills next season or start the AFC Championship this week for the Denver Broncos?
Start the AFC Championship for the Denver Broncos.
I don't like it.
I don't like it as a head coach. We go from high school to the NFL. That's Jeff Saturday. Doesn't work out.
Yeah, but I don't think Jeff Saturday was really like a coach material. I think Phillip Rivers might be a coach material.
He might be, but he's still. You can't go from high school to the NFL.
Trust me, dude. I understand, but at the same time, we got Jeff Hafley coaching Boston College for 3 years with a losing record and being the defensive coordinator for 1 fucking year for the Patriots or for the Packers, and
They're a lot better than high school.
I understand that. I'm just saying, like, it's not a great fucking resume. So Phillip Rivers, the fact that he was able to get pulled off the couch and play quarterback, like, he fucking knows ball. The guys love him.
He knows ball. I just feel like I feel like he impregnated his wife a lot, like a bunch of times, and he never thought about the result of what life would be like after he was done playing football and the fact that he would actually have to be around 14 kids all the time. And now I feel like he's like, I'll do anything. I'll take whatever job they offer me. And I don't think he ever thought that he would be offered the Colts starting quarterback job and the Bills head coaching job within a matter of 3 months of each other. But he still just did whatever, dude.
I disagree with you. I think Phillip Rivers seems like a guy that has always wanted a big family and like a fucking big ranch. And
I'll say he's already a grandpa. Like some of his kids are already in their 20s.
Yeah.
But then a job where you don't have to be around them all the time.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. All right, guys. That'll do it for us. We're going to send you over to Owner's Box 1155. I got the raid ready to go. Greg, thank you as always for making the time.
We'll see you, boys.
All right. We'll chat later. Steak, I'll see you on Owner's Box. I'm going to raid, take a piss, just get a quick snack, and then I'll be there in a few minutes. They started up. What's that?
I'm going to piss too.
Okay. Sounds good. You go pee. I'll see you. I'll see you in a few. Okay.
Okay.
Join the raid, guys. I just started it up. Make sure you join. YouTube, thank you. Like and subscribe. W Piss Break. Yep. Join the raid. We're going to go talk to Owner's Box, hang out with our favorite Canadians. And then we'll get on into the weekend. Everybody stay safe out there. Again, like I said, I'm not going to tell you to go buy 100 cans of baked beans, but you should take some of this stuff pretty seriously. Just make sure you have some sweet potato gnocchi in your freezer. You know what I'm saying? All right. Have a great day. Raid has commenced. Good luck on all your wagers. We'll tweet the Sunday steak special. Make sure you're following.